Tonight on Connecticut's news station, the countdown in Houston continues. It's all hype for Husky Weekend.
The spirit's going to be there. We're sending it all there to Houston, so it's going to be awesome.
We have team coverage on the road to the championship.
Warm and windy heading into Saturday, and we're tracking the chance for a strong thunderstorm.
And Trump expected to surrender.
I would not at all be surprised that he's going to relish that mugshot when it is broadcast.
The reaction from local lawmakers ahead of his indictment.
Plus, new body cam video. We're breaking down what happened as State Representative Robin Comey was placed in handcuffs for DUI charges.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And we begin with the road to the championship this weekend as the countdown to the Final Four game with UConn continues. Thanks for joining us here on the news at 6. I'm Penn Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. The stage is set for the games at the NRG Stadium in Houston. The first game has the FAU Owls taking on the San Diego State Aztecs. Then it's the game that we are all waiting for, Miami Hurricanes versus our UConn Huskies.
And Fox 61 has you covered throughout the night and throughout the weekend. We have team coverage in stores and in Houston. It took just over 48 hours for tickets to sell out, not to the game in Houston, but to the watch party in stores.
And that's where we find Fox 61's Matt Caron. Matt.
I'll tell you what, it is no April Fool's joke. We're all so excited about this. The Huskies are in the Final Four, and fans, including myself, are gearing up for the game, which is going to be shown right here on the Jumbotrons tomorrow night at Gamble Pavilion.
The spirit's going to be there. We're sending it all there to Houston, so it's going to be awesome.
For fans who can't get to Houston, it's the next best thing.
I would have loved to see it in person.
There'll be concessions open, there'll be a band, there'll be cheerleaders. It really should be a great atmosphere.
Stores, the stage is set for a sold-out Saturday showdown seen on the Jumbotron. The Huskies have history on their side. They've been to the Final Four 5 times before and have won 4 national championships. Tomorrow's watch party will take place here at Gamble Pavilion, which seats about 11,000. Friday brought a palpable frenzy to the UConn campus.
Go Huskies!
And dare we say, a confidence.
Oh, UConn's going to win.
We're going to win. We're going to win.
Gotta win. You seem pretty confident.
Oh, yeah. We are.
So why?
We're proving it. We're a better team. We're more put together. We have more depth.
Dan Hurley's the GOAT. He's amazing.
To the UConn Co-op now, where Final Four merch was flying off the shelves.
There's some financial benefits to it, but really for the university, it brings the university together and it brings the state together and it brings great pride.
Pride, a word we heard a lot.
I love being like a proud UConn fan.
Tomorrow is Dante Warren's birthday. All he wants is a win and maybe some bragging rights.
It would be great if we could win while I'm in college.
Would be a good birthday gift for Dante. So the Huskies, we should mention, are the highest remaining seed in the tournament. Knock on wood, arguably they are the favorites to win it all. And one sentiment that we also heard as we talked to fans today was that they also wanted to congratulate the women's team. Even though they didn't make it as far in the tournament, it was a tough run. They are confident that they will be back strong next year. We're live at the Stores campus. Matt Caron, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Exciting times, Matt.
Love to see it.
All right, we want to talk about the weather right now. Kind of a gloomy start to the weekend.
But it's the weekend. Chief meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now. Hi, Rach.
It's the weekend, so it already gets bonus points, right? Yes. We've got some showers that are moving in right now, and there's more where that came from heading into your Saturday. So we'll see a few of these scattered showers out there through the evening tonight. Steady rain tomorrow morning, and then the chance for some scattered thunderstorms later in the day and at night. And the Storm Prediction Center has placed us in a risk for getting a strong to severe thunderstorm. It's not a slam dunk, meaning it doesn't necessarily happen. It depends on how much sun we can get and the timing of the front, but it's definitely worth watching, and the window of time to keep an eye on would be between around 6 and 10 p.m. tomorrow night. 47 right now in the Hartford area, also 47 in New Haven. We'll see temperatures tonight holding steady. A few scattered showers out there before 10 o'clock, a break overnight, and then the rain fills back in again as we head into tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, widespread steady rain. Look at the temperatures tomorrow, soaring into the 60s, so really feeling like April for the start of the new month. As we head to the mid to late afternoon, that's when we could see clouds break for some sunshine. How much sun we get will determine how much instability we get and will help determine how strong the thunderstorms are for later in the day and at night. So there is going to be a window of time for 2, maybe 3 hours where we're not only dry but bright and warm as well before we have to keep our eyes to the skies. We'll show you the future radar and talk about the cooler, breezy second half to the weekend, a changeable one coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, we are continuing to follow the indictment of former President Donald Trump by that Manhattan grand jury last night. And as some of the dust settles on this historic announcement, a lot of questions about what we can expect in the coming days and weeks have followed. Fox 61's political reporter Emma Wolfhorst is in studio with us right now. So, Emma, what do we know so far?
Well, Jen, we know the basics. This indictment tied to the investigation into Trump's connection with alleged cover-up of hush money payments to porn star Stormy Daniels during his 2016 presidential bid. Now, we don't know the details of this indictment, like exact counts or charges, as it still remains sealed. But Trump is still able to run for the White House while this plays out. And some political experts I spoke to today say this indictment could actually help Trump's campaign.
I really do think that it's going to actually elevate him as a candidate within his own party.
Political experts saying Thursday's indictment will draw even more support for former President Donald Trump as he eyes another run for the White House.
I have a feeling even some moderate Republicans might even rally to his side just to make a statement against the Democrats.
That statement criticism of the Manhattan District Attorney's investigation and the grand jury's decision.
We now have a government that lords over the people and uses the power of the government to silence people they don't like. And that's wrong.
Proto is saying this is resonating with Republicans in the state.
I think this is going to wake people up across not only Connecticut, but across the country, that the government is lording over them. The government is attempting to control their life.
But experts say any benefit this indictment could bring Trump will only be within his own party.
There's no advantage that he's getting in terms of a general election.
Democrats believe this is a fair and justified indictment.
Some Republicans who are out there already making assumptions about what's in the report. I think that's the most important thing. Let's see what the indictment says.
Both parties waiting for the details of this indictment, but Rose says that knowledge might not do much to change people's minds.
I am sure that no matter how maybe severe the charges seem, I still think the Republicans are going to be rallying to him in a big way.
Rose also tells me this indictment shows a divide in the Republican Party, both across the country and right here in Connecticut. State Republican leaders, though, say despite who may or may not support Trump, GOP members are unified by concerns about the implications of this indictment. Jen, Ben.
All right, Emma, thank you. In other news here, new body camera video shows the interactions that Hartford police had with Representative Robin Comey the night that she flipped her car and was arrested for DUI just blocks away from the state capitol.
Fox 61's Jake Garcia joins us in studio right now with more on what that video reveals. Jake.
Well, Ben, Jen, the body camera video shows Hartford police arriving on scene after Representative Robin Comey flipped her car on Capitol Avenue in downtown Hartford. She's sitting at a picnic table while being checked out by paramedics. A few minutes later, police ask Comey how she ended upside down. Comey laughs and says, "I don't know." Officers perform field sobriety tests, ultimately placing Comey under arrest for being under the influence. Fox 61 also capturing the arrest from across the street. After being put in the back of a police car, Comey is taken into a DUI command post where officers explain why she's being arrested and ask her if she would like to contact an attorney. Officers hand her a phone book where she laughs and calls her husband and tells him that she's in a pickle and then asks for the contact information for an attorney. Comey is then booked and released on a promise to appear. Now, 2 days after her arrest, Comey issued a statement of apology saying she was seeking treatment. She's expected to appear in Hartford Superior Court in May. I'll have more on her interactions with officers tonight at 10 and 11. In studio, Jake Garcia, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Jake, thank you. Southern Connecticut State University has appointed an interim president. Dr. Dwayne Smith will serve as an interim president once current president, Dr. Joe Bertolino, leaves his position at the end of the semester. Smith has served as CEO of Housatonic Community College since 2020 and also previously served as interim president of Harris-Stowe State University in Missouri.
Well, 6 men have officially been sworn in as New Haven police recruits as of the last hour. The chief saying that this is a first step to closing the gap on the officer shortage that their department is facing. Right now, the department has about 70 open positions, meaning current officers often have to work overtime. The chief says they have multiple classes running right now to get people trained faster and on the streets.
But we also have just graduated 7 from the Waterbury Academy. We have 19 in our own academy that'll be finishing up the end of May, and we have 2 in post. So the numbers are coming, and that's important because the troops on the street need to know, hey, we have backup coming for you, because they have been working a lot, but they've been doing a great job, so we appreciate that.
These recruits will spend the next 6 months at the Hartford Police Academy and then will be sworn in as officers.